Good morning to everybody. Our today's session is about computer networks. It is unit number 2. Actually, computer network is similar to our human network. Before step into this computer network, you just understand what is computer network. Actually, the meaning of network is connection of something. If you are considering a human network, if more than one human being was standing together, or if they are framing a group, then it will be called as human network. Similarly, computer network is collection of interconnected computers. Will have a number of autonomous computers and will be interconnecting it. It will be called as computer network. Why we need to go for this computer network? Actually, to share our resource as well as to make everything easy, and for exchanging information, will be going for this concept of computer network. The easy definition about computer network is a collection of interconnected computers. Computer network is a collection of interconnected computers is called computer network. Why we need this computer networks? Actually, for sharing a resource, we'll be using this computer network. What is sharing of resource? You just imagine our computer lab. Do we have printer in our computer lab? No, we don't have printer in our computer lab. You just imagine we don't have printer in our computer lab, but I need to take some printout. How can I take printout? All will be answering like we need to buy and we need to place a printer in our computer lab. After that only we can take. It's not like that. Similarly, for each and every computer we need not place printer. We'll be placing a printer in a single computer which is connected with the network, and with the help of our network we'll be sharing that printer with all the computers. That is only resource sharing. Actually, resource sharing means we'll be sharing the resources. What are the resources? It's not only peripheral device. Now, what example I said, that is peripheral device sharing. Like similar to printer, we can share scanner, we can share any devices, right? Similar to that, even router also we are using sharing, right? If we have network, we can share devices, that is peripheral devices. Not only peripheral devices, even we can share the data as well as program. Just imagine we have a program in one computer. You just imagine a day you are coming to a computer lab and you are doing a program, and another day I'm not, just imagine the teacher is not permitting you to use that system. The teacher is telling you use some other system. What you'll be doing? You want to continue with the yesterday's work. So you'll be reporting to the teacher, ma'am, I did not do any program in this computer. So I want that data which I did in that computer. Like that you'll be reporting to your teacher. What your teacher will be doing? If your computer is connected with the network, the teacher will share the data. The teacher will take the data from the computer and it will be given to you in that system. How it will be taken? With the help of pen drive. If we don't have network, then with the help of pen drive only we can share the data. But if we have network, need not share the data using any pen drive or any other peripheral devices. Instead of that, we can just through a network cable we can share the data. That is one of the advantage of using computer network. So now we have seen only one need, that is resource sharing. Resource sharing means we'll be sharing all the programs, data and peripherals to anyone with the help of network. Actually, it is not depending upon any physical location. You just understand, it never depend on physical location. Okay, and then next need is reliability. What do you mean by reliability? Yeah, you would have understood what is, you would have heard that word reliability. Will be keeping a copy of a file in one or more places. You just imagine I have a system, I'm storing some file in that system. That same file I'm storing in somewhere. Like, just imagine I have 4 computers with me, or I have 35 computers in our computer lab. Instead of storing a data or a file or a program in a single computer, the same copy of that file will be stored in more than one place. If any problem or any corruption happen to a single computer, it will not spoil our data because we have another copy in another computer. So we need not worry about that. That is the concept of reliability. This reliability can be done very easily with the help of a concept called computer networks. Next it is very important, cost factor. Actually, our cost will be reduced if we are using computer network. Would have arise the question how? Yeah, it is because of, just imagine if I need to take a printout, just now I explained, if I need to take a printout, I need not place printer in each and every device. Instead of that, we'll be placing printer in one system and will be sharing that printer with all other system which is present in our computer lab with the help of computer network. So this is one of the example of cost factor. It will be reducing the entire cost. Instead of buying 35 printers, we'll be buying only one printer and we'll be connecting that printer with the network. So it is one of the main factor, main important need, cost factor. It will be reducing our cost. And then next thing is communication medium. See, if you want to send a message from one place to another place, in olden days, we'll be struggling lot. Will be sending through either postcards or with the help of fax, telegram. Those things only in olden days we have used. But nowadays we have computer networks. With the help of that, within a fraction of second, we can transfer data or we can send a message anywhere easily. Similarly, we can get the immediate response from the receiver. So communication medium, actually computer network main important need is, it will be using for communication medium, just for transferring data from one end to another end. So these are the concepts of computer network. You just understand what is computer network, why we need computer network. I hope you would have understood. If you have any doubt related to this, you just post your doubts. Next thing, you can look at this picture which is given in the display. Actually, this is one of the pictorial representation of computer network. Many computers are connected together. That is called computer network. Next concept is types of network. Next concept is types of network. Network can be classified into LAN, MAN, WAN, PAN. LAN, MAN, WAN, PAN. LAN stands for local area network. MAN stands for metropolitan area network. WAN stands for wide area network. PAN stands for personal area network. Actually, what is this type of networks? You would have raised this question. Actually, depending upon the distance, how much distance we are covering a network, will be categorizing this types of network. First category is, first type is LAN, local area network. Actually, a local area network is like, will be connecting computers in very small area. Very small area. Just imagine if I'm having, you just imagine our computer lab or school building, something. A computer network which is connected within a 1 kilometer, minimum is 1 kilometer, maximum is, it is 5 kilometer. If we want to make such kind of network, then will be called as local area network. Small geographical, limited geographical area, like our lab, school, all those things. See, you know very well, Our computer lab is connected with our front office, and our front office is connected with our main office. All those things are connected with the help of LAN, local area network, because the maximum distance is within 5 kilometer. It will not be beyond of 5 kilometer. 1 to 5 kilometer, that is only the distance of LAN, local area network. If I need to make a network within a limited geographical area, then we'll be using this local area network. The distance is minimum 1 kilometer to maximum 5 kilometer. Next thing is, it is MAN, metropolitan area network. Actually it will be covering a group of nearby corporate office or city, like either it may be private or public. Actually, if you are considering a city, just consider our our RD jewelry as well as our RD school. If I need to connect these two things, we can proceed with either wide area network or metropolitan area network. Would have understood what I'm saying. Metropolitan area, within a city if I need to connect, within a building if I need to connect, I'll be going for local area network. Within a city if I need to connect, I'll be proceeding with metropolitan area network. And then next, wide area network, it is spread over large distance, like either it may be a country, within a country, or even it may be a continent. If I need to connect, our network will be going for either, what is that, no, not either, wide area network. We'll be proceeding with wide area network. We'll be connecting through either cable or satellite, that is Wi-Fi connections. There is and then one more type is personal area network. See, personal area network will be connecting within a room or a range of actually a range must be within 10 meters. Personal area network, just imagine, let me say simple example to remember all those things. PAN means room, LAN means building, MAN means city, WAN means country or continent. These are the simple keywords or hints you can use for remembering these different types of network. PAN is for within a room. If I need to share any data with the help of within that 10 meters, will be proceeding with PAN, personal area network. And then next one is LAN, local area network, within a limited building geographical area, that is a building, will be proceeding with the local area network. And then MAN, it is within a city. And then WAN, it is wide area, will be connecting either countries or say across countries or even continents. So these are the different types of network. You just understand, PAN is like we need not go for any network connection. With the help of our Bluetooth, will be performing this process. Okay, I hope you all have understood all these things. These are the 4 different types of network: PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN. Next concept is history of network. History of network. Initially, the first network it was introduced as ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Network. What does ARPANET stands for? Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. It was introduced in the year of 1969 by US government. You just understand, ARPANET is the first network which was created, which was introduced in the year 1969 by US government. And then ARPANET stands for Advanced Research Project Agency Network. Actually, they have introduced this concept to connect their university and defense agencies. Their main motive was to connect their universities, various universities, as well as their defense agencies. The main objective of introducing ARPANET was this is only. Later on, after 1969, many of them they have started using ARPANET, and they also want to share their data. They have for among themselves, each and every company or each and every person among themselves, among for their business, business, they have created their own network and they have established intranet. After some period of time, that is in during 1983, they have started introducing internet. Actually it will be used for after ARPANET it was NSFNet. After NSFNet, National Science Foundation Network. It is not given in this notes. You just make a note of this. ARPANET is the first network. It was introduced in the year of 1969. After that, NSFNet, National Science Foundation Network. It is designed specially for what is that, research development areas. They have connected research universities, engineering universities. Similarly, whomever they are having universities, they have connected and they have started sharing. That is National Science Foundation Network. After that, internet was introduced in the year of 1983. Before that, we don't have internet. We'll be communicating in a normal way. In 1983 only internet was introduced. You just know this history of network. ARPANET, NSFNet, after that internet. Okay, next thing is transmission media. We are talking more about network. But the main thing which we need to place for making this network is transmission media. I don't know whether you are understanding the definition of this transmission media. Transmission media means a thing which will be used for transmission. That is, if I am going for network, what are the things we'll be using for transmission? What are the things we'll be using? Yes, of course, either it may be a cable or wireless. Yeah, we'll be going for transmission media. Actually, transmission media is classified into two types. One is guided media, another one is unguided media, which is not given in your reference notes. I'm saying this, you just make a note of this. I'll be asking question which is not given in this notes. Transmission media can be classified into two types, guided and unguided media. Guided means it is wired, unguided means it is wireless. Wired media means we'll be using cable wires for connecting our network. The wires which we'll be using for connecting our network is twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and optical fiber. These are the three different types of wires we'll be using for connecting our network. I'm repeating one more time. Twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, optical fiber. These are the three different types of wired communication medium will be using, transmission medium will be using. And then what is that wireless unguided media? Actually, if I am going for unguided media, will not use wired, will be using wireless connections to connect our network. The wireless medias are infrared, radio wave, microwave. Okay, these are the three different things. Apart from that, we'll be using satellite link. So these are the things will be coming under unguided media. I'm repeating one more time. Infrared, radio wave, microwave and then satellite link. These are the unguided media. You would have understood what are the classification of transmission media and then what are the classification of guided media and unguided media. Okay. See, if I am going for guided media, transmission media will have twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, optical fiber, and then if I am going for unguided media will have infrared, radio wave, microwave and satellite link. That's all. We'll be continuing in the next session. Thank you.